You already know who it is, and you already know what it is. This is the OutLIer B, and welcome to the OutLIer podcast, and welcome to another show, another day, another set of topics, my people. How are you guys doing today? I'm drinking my energy drink on my way to work. I most definitely need it today, my people. Definitely need it today. I had a long day yesterday. A long day yesterday where you guys see me going in 4:30. I literally got home like around 10 o'clock p.m. last night. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We'll get a little bit into that later. But welcome to my podcast, my people. You guys already know what it is. This is the OutLIer podcast. And again, if you are here at 4:30 a.m., it is not by accident. It must mean one thing, that you yourself is a fellow OutLIer, my people. That you yourself is a fellow OutLIer. And what is an OutLIer? Outliers are people produced by the system. We are within the system. The system has produced us, but at the same time, we think outside of the box, making us statistical outliers. So again, if you've ever been misunderstood, if you feel as if the mainstream society doesn't truly accept you, and you don't just go with narratives and you see things beyond the surface level, you too is a fellow outlier. So you're in the right place, my people. You are in the right place. And I definitely appreciate if you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button if you are checking us. Yes, sir. So what's up with y'all, man? How you guys doing this morning? It is 4:30 a.m., 4:33 actually, out here in New York. This is Freeport, New York, a suburb of New York City. We about 20 to 30 minutes away from Queens, New York. And we about, 45 minutes to an hour away from Manhattan, my people. What's going on? We got somebody early in the check-in. Another gamer, Chick Dog, said, good morning, Boston here. Morning. What up, Boston? How you doing today, Boston? I actually just came back from Boston about maybe a month and a half ago, almost 2 months ago. And I had me a great time walking those streets of Boston. Boston was very appealing to me. Different types of people. Boston definitely has its own little feeling to it. And I love it. And a lot of people would be very amused to know that I used to date. When I went to college, I used to date a girl from Cambridge. So I used to be in and out of Boston, my people, in Cambridge, that whole little area. And I love it. So shout out to the people. Somebody said, do you believe in God, my friend? Somebody said, good town, good people. Yes, sir. It is a great town and great people, even though we do beef with y'all a lot from New York. We definitely beef with y'all a lot. In baseball, Boston versus the Yankees, that's something very serious, man. But nobody ever approached me, and I don't disrespect anybody by wearing my Yankee or New York clothing or anything out there, man. So it's definitely peace. Somebody said the Yankees. Yes, sir, the Yankees. Yup. I grew up as a Yankee fan, my people. Dave Winfield, Don Mattingly, Ricky Henderson. Those were some of my favorite players growing up. Somebody asked me if I believe in God. I got into that in another one of my episodes, but we ain't gonna do all of that today. The short answer is I do not know if there is a God. I will say that I can't rule out a God, and I can't rule in a God. So I can't tell you if there is or isn't a God, you feel me? So that's how I feel about it. And We got a great episode lined up for you today, my people. Great episode. Yesterday, we went slightly into the Ahmaud Arbery case. If you guys remember that, this is something that happened back in the year 2020 with Ahmaud Arbery. He was a kid. The media framed the case in one way, but it really wasn't the way that the media framed it. Also, there's a lot more going into that case than what people were led to believe. So somebody said, wow, anyone ever told you sound like Denzel Washington? Somebody said, would have been, we've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. Yo, I get those extended warranty calls, man. I don't even listen to them. I hang right up on them damn things. Word. Somebody said, anybody ever tell me that I sound like Denzel? Yes, a lot of people tell me I sound like Denzel Washington. And at first, I didn't see it. I didn't see it at first, but the people can't be wrong because almost every episode I come up here, somebody says it. So I'm just learning to run with it. Denzel Washington is a legend from New York. So it's a good thing if you guys say I sound like Denzel. Shout out to y'all. You dig? I'm going to run with it. I'm going to run with it from now on. Somebody said he does sound like Denzel. So everybody's agreeing. And again, I ain't going to fight with y'all. I can't fight with you guys, man. If you guys say it, you guys hear it, then it is what it is. Somebody said, what do you think about El Chapo? Have you ever been to prison, my brother? What do I think about El Chapo? A lot of people always come up here. They ask me about the Mexican cartels. I guess those are the topics that people think about at this time of the morning. And how I feel about El Chapo is definitely a nuanced topic. So I can't give you a regular and plain answer. I would say this. From within Mexico, from my understanding, again, I've never been to Mexico. All I could go by is the stories that I hear. Some people love El Chapo. Some people, El Chapo is a hero. But from my side, and coming from the communities in which I grew up in, out here in New York City, I was born in 1980. And the crack and drug epidemic hit us very hard. It left a lot of people out here, the man of the family locked up, mothers hooked to drugs, babies addicted to drugs growing up. I have a cousin who my mother adopted, and he is, 24, 25 now. His mother was addicted to drugs. He was born a premature baby. He now has mental issues based off the fact that when she was pregnant with him, she used drugs, and I often was a caretaker to him, and it made our lives hard based on the decisions that she made. And that's not just a story that I have. This is stories throughout major cities out here in America. So to that extent, anybody who's selling drugs to the community, I can't really rock with it. So again, it's a nuanced topic. El Chapo understands that some people he brought wealth. He also helped a lot of people in his community. So from that stance, I could see their side. But from my angle, I ain't with all the drugs, man. I ain't with all the drugs. So somebody said sad. Yes, I agree. That's very sad. Somebody said, pull my finger, bro. You hilarious. You hilarious. Somebody said, I'm almost 62 and been born and raised in 3. Okay. Somebody said drugs is fire. Somebody else is laughing. Somebody said drugs is fire. There's definitely different grades of drugs. I don't put all drugs on the same level. In my past, I'm not even gonna say in my past. Honestly, I say once you're an alcoholic, I say you stay an alcoholic. You just may not be drinking actively right now. So in my past, I've been addicted to alcohol, which I'm still kind of addicted to alcohol. I could drink a couple of days and then fall right back into the stage of drinking every single day. So I would put alcohol up there as a drug that's acceptable, but at the same time, it breaks up a lot of families. Weed, on the other end, I don't put weed in the same level as I'll put like fentanyl or heroin and those types of things. because I don't believe weed really has that type of, effect on people like those other drugs. So there's definitely a difference in categories of drugs, you know. Somebody else said that I'm a trapper. Watch your mouth when you speak about us as trap dudes. No bap. You funny. He said he a trapper. I definitely understand it. I have people who did that in my family. And listen, man, I seen the full arc, man, the full arc. I'm a 45-year-old man. I saw back in the 80s and in the early 90s out here in New York, where you had people who came up when it came to drugs, right? They had the crazy Jeeps. They had their names on their Jeeps, G-Wagons. They had all different types of BMWs, money. When I say money, I mean money like stacks of cash. To the point where a young brother like me used to look at it. They had the cash, they had the nice clothing, they had the girls, anything that a young person like me, being 12, 10, 9, 8, looked up to. Looked up to all of that. Looked up to uncles, looked up to cousins who had all of this stuff. And they were in their early 20s doing this stuff. And it looked good. It looked real good, right? But now, those same cousins that I had, right? The same cousins, same uncles that I had. Guess what? They're in their 60s now. They're in their 50s, their mid-50s. And guess what? A lot of these guys, I'm not going to say they're behind in life, but they set themselves up to a situation where they spent their best lives in prison. If you guys know about that drug bill that passed in the 1990s, people were getting so much time for crack as opposed to cocaine. And again, they missed their best lives. So they did state time, they did fed time, and they wasted their 20s. So they get caught when they're 22, get 10 years. They come back at 35. Now, 30 years later, those same people don't have the cars that they have, that they had. They don't have the money. The girls done left them when they was locked up. It ain't a pretty life, man. It's not a pretty life. You dig? Ain't a pretty life. So who else on the check-in? Somebody said, where do you expect to be in the next 5 years? Oh, okay, hold on. Who we got? Damn, everybody commenting. Where we at with these comments? All right, we got the trapper dude. Somebody said, have you ever sold drugs or did it? Have I ever sold drugs? I call myself a fake-ass weed dealer back in my college years. I wasn't good at it. Again, I just got one. I never even read up. I got the first pack, right? I was giving out samples to people, and I gave out all the samples. And then when it came time to give the money back, I had to come out my own pocket. And I was like, nah, this ain't for me. This ain't for me, my people. Somebody else said, looks like a real nice area. Yeah, it's pretty nice over here. This is Freeport, New York, Nassau County, a suburb of New York City. My people, a suburb of New York City. Somebody said, LOL. Somebody said, what house we robbing? We ain't robbing no houses today, man. We ain't robbing no houses, not today. Somebody said, plus, it looked like 1 million oral points. Thank you for the oral points. Somebody said Levi's a bum. Who's Levi? Somebody said we are in Baltimore with it. All right, shout out to my people in Baltimore. That is most definitely the next city over here on the East Coast that I am going to visit. My people is Baltimore, then it's going to be Detroit. So far, we went to Boston, like I told the other person who came on the check-in from Boston. Then we went to Jersey, a couple spots in Jersey. Then after that, I went down to Philly, checked all my people out there in Philly, another great city. Then we went to West Hartford, Connecticut. Went to Connecticut and chilled with the people in Hartford. Shout out to the people in Hartford, man. It was a great time. Somebody said, where do I expect to be in the next 5 years? It depends. I'm a diabetic. I told you cats that I used to drink a lot, and based off of my drinking, I came down with a disease called pancreatitis. And Pancreatitis is something where your pancreas becomes inflamed. I drank so damn much that they had to cut out a huge part of my pancreas. So that in turn disabled my body from producing insulin. So now my body produces no insulin. And if you guys know, if your body don't produce insulin, you're gonna be a diabetic. And now I gotta take 2 different types of insulin with every single meal that I have. So when you speak about the next 5 years, I see myself being healthy. I do not go to my endocrinologist the way that I should. Sometimes my sugars are running high. So that right there is the #1 fight right there. That's the #1 fight, to get my diabetes completely under control. That's the #1 thing. So in 5 years, I see myself more healthy. You guys see me walking to work at 4:30. If you guys go back onto the channel, y'all see that I do this damn near every day, Monday through Friday, nonstop. Right now, I am in management, and in 5 years in my company, I see myself in upper management. You know what I mean? I'm a director now. I see myself as being an officer in the next 5 years. And then I got 5 more years to retire. I may go for that VP position, man. May go to the VP position. But it is what it is. Somebody said Pablo Escobar. Somebody said, you still see that? See what we talking about? Somebody said 500 dubs in a real G, in the road G. 500 dubs in the road G. All right. Somebody said, where are you walking to today? Where am I walking? I'm walking to the train station. I got to catch a 5 a.m. train to New York City, my people. And I'm leaving from Freeport, New York, Nassau County. Yes, sir. Somebody said, I looked up the Griselda Blanco, not street corner brothers. All right. Somebody said, most of the time, trapper equals death, prison, broke as an old man, and hooked on some drugs. He is 100% correct. I've seen it a lot, you know. I've seen a lot of people who didn't make it. I've seen a lot of people locked up. And I see a lot of people hooked on the same drugs that they were selling. So that's true. Somebody said hi. Somebody else said I subscribe to you. You are good people. Thank you, man. I definitely appreciate it. Somebody said, do I ever feel gay? We always get some people over here talking that funny stuff. Do I ever feel gay? I don't even know what that even means, man. You're hilarious. Somebody said, don't lie. You telling RN. Somebody said, don't lie. You're selling. Nah, I ain't selling. Somebody said, New York with the accent. Yes, sir. NYC, New York. Yes, sir. Somebody said, where you at right now? I think we appreciated that. We said that already. Somebody said, salute from Buffalo, New York, brother. Shout out to my people in Buffalo, man. Every day we got somebody else checking from Buffalo. Buffalo is one of the cities that stay checking me. Detroit is another city that always check me at this time in the morning. We also get people from India and Boston. Those are some of the cities that usually check me out, man. And I appreciate you guys, man. Somebody said my brother Damien in Buffalo. Shout out to the people in Buffalo. Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all, man. I'm gonna tell y'all some real stuff, man. Some real stuff. Like I said, I've known some real trappers, man. Some real trappers. And there's a lot of people out here from New York, New York City. Don't want to disrespect the people from Albany and upstate. But there's a lot of people who from Brooklyn, from Queens, from Harlem, from the Bronx, who go out there in Buffalo. They think they're going to go out there and get rich. And they come back in the body bag, y'all. Come back in the body bag. Yep. Somebody else on the check-in said, all the way in D.C. Shout out to my people in the District of Columbia. That's definitely another place where I'm going to go. A brother from D.C. stole one of my girls, man. So y'all some smooth cats out there, man. Y'all some smooth cats. Back in the day, it was a dude from D.C., a football player, straight from D.C. He stole my girl, man. Sad. Somebody said, good. Somebody said, Somebody said, Connecticut got the best switches. They said Connecticut got the best switches. Y'all hilarious, man. Y'all hilarious. Somebody said, eat more cinnamon. Facts. They say that cinnamon helps control your blood sugar. I heard that before, man, so thank you. I'm definitely going to take that into consideration. Somebody said, God bless you. to you and your health. It will get better. Keep doing your walks and keep your head up. Thank you very much. We got Earthy Star on the check-in. Somebody said, be careful with the best of luck. Thank you. Somebody said, I just got a rain alert. I hope you have an umbrella with you. My boy Kevin Griffin, he got a rain alert. I'm going to tell you something, Mr. Griffin. Gangsters don't walk around with umbrellas, bruh. Gangsters don't use umbrellas. Nah, I'm joking. And nah, I ain't got no umbrella. So hopefully it's just head to the train and then hold out until I get to work. Somebody else on the check-in says, stay healthy and get to the endocrinologist, my man. Facts, facts. I agree. I got to make my appointment. Somebody called me a dumbass, Fritz Kingman. Fritz, I actually had a friend in high school, Haitian dude, man. Straight, his name was Fritz. Cool, one of the coolest brothers, man. He live in Florida now. But he used to always tell me that Haiti was crazy. I never knew that the streets of Port-au-Prince was like that, man. He used to always tell me to be careful. He was like, yo, Bradley, you think you tough? You think you tough? Because in high school, you know, I used to be a fake-ass rapper. And he was like, yo, you think you tough? You think you could come to Port-au-Prince? They'll kill you, son. They'll rob you in Port-au-Prince. I'm like, yo, get out of here, man. I ain't never heard of no damn Port-au-Prince. But he's 100% correct. As I grew up and started seeing more about Port-au-Prince, they gangsta out there. Somebody on the check-in from Harlem. Shout out to the people in Harlem. Actually, yesterday, I was out there in Sugar Hill. So shout out to the people in Harlem on 147th Street. So shout out to them. Somebody said, have the police ever stopped just walking? Yeah, I've been stopped for just walking. I've had different types of interactions with police officers. I've had great interactions with police officers and had a couple of bad interactions with police officers. So, you know, it's a mixed bag depending on the officer. We got somebody said, we out here in Australia. Shout out to my people in Australia. You already know what it is. Somebody said, have a blessed day, my brother. I just slept to the channel. Stay positive and God bless. Thank you very much. Big L. Big L Y2K. Shout out to Big L. That's a huge name that you're carrying with yourself. Big L was, you know, shout out to the brother in Harlem. Big L was a real figure out here in New York. You dig? Somebody said, all right, be careful on that E-train. This Kevin, man. Kevin, bro. Who are you, man? Who is you? How you know all this stuff, man? And then we got 7-Eleven lowest property values. He said 7-Eleven lowest property values. I don't know about that, but you guys know better than me. And it is getting my time. I'm about to go into this 7-Eleven, make myself a coffee, and then we headed to the train station. But let me read these comments. Somebody said, checking in from Florida. Shout out to the people in Florida. I've been to Fort Lauderdale once, and I loved it out there. Great time. Somebody said, shout out barbecue in Port-au-Prince. Griffin, man, how you know about barbecue, man? Barbecue. Shout out to the people in Port-au-Prince. And I do know a little bit about barbecue. Barbecue ain't no joke, man. But I know a couple people out there who live in Haiti. And some of them can't stand barbecue, yo. I got, one of the people who I work with, he's from Haiti. And he goes out there sometimes. And he'll tell me, like, yo, he got to call out. Because sometimes they're shutting down the road and people from one side of the country can't get to the next side of the country, to the airport. It's craziness, man, craziness. Somebody said they love the vibes. Thank you. Somebody said Big L was his favorite rapper. Shout out to Big L, a legend. And that's who I was implying to, Big L. He definitely was a legend out here. You could listen to some of Mace and Cameron stories. They always speak about it. Somebody said, have a kick-ass day. Thank you. Somebody else is from Orlando. Shout out to the people in Orlando. Cincinnati, Ohio. Shout out to Cincinnati. Also, people in Ohio, check in, man. Shout out to Cincinnati, man. I love y'all. We got another person that said that they're hearing this from Texas. And shout out to the people in Texas. Man. Shout out to my boy Earl Spence. Shout out to Jay Prince. Shout out to one of my favorite rappers who is from Texas, Devin the Dude. Shout out to Devin the Dude. He is an honorary member of my crew forever. Shout out to Devin the Dude, you know. Newark on the check-in. Yeah, Minnesota. We getting everybody from everywhere. Yes, Little Rock in the check-in. Oh, man. Fresno, man. Y'all naming, y'all coming from some of the places that I definitely love, man. Shout out to Newark. Shout out to Minnesota. Shout out to Toronto. Shout out to all the places, man. But I got to get up out of here, man. Your train is approaching Massapequa Park. This Kevin Griffin dude, man. But I'm out of here, man. Thank you guys for checking in. I did not get into what I really wanted to speak more about, which was that Ahmaud Arbery case. So I'm up out of here, man. Modesto, shout out to Modesto too. We out of here. I love you guys. Thanks for checking in. Check you out tomorrow. We're gonna talk about the Ahmaud Arbery case that happened out there in Georgia. And we up out here, man. Thank you. Thank you guys for checking in. Love y'all. Peace.